No, I am. I'll
California.
tell you, Doctor Who has really done a lot as far as introducing the English culture to me. First of
Mm,
all, I need to say I love culture. I love seeing what's out there in comparison to the States.
mhm.
The States is huge. And once you get, like, I'm in New York, Ani is in Washington State. And when you start talking to people from different regions of the States, even though we're all under the same roof, it's like I've lived in the living room my whole life and she's lived in the kitchen and we've never swapped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and it's
Yeah,
a
I mean, it's
completely
amazing.
different
Yeah,
experience.
it's amazing for me talking to people. I mean, here I am. I'm talking to everyone in America, and I have
Yeah.
so many readers in America, and
It,
they're all from
yeah.
over different places. And for me, it's like, oh, you're just in America. It's like, no,
No, yeah,
I
it's
mean,
really,
I'm
yeah,
here.
yeah, we are very different. And I'll tell you, you talk to somebody from Florida, from California, from Texas, Ohio, Michigan, and we have to learn each other's languages, which is
Yeah.
really different. Ani says things that I'm going, what does that mean? And she said, I'll say things and she'll stop me and go, okay, is that New York? And I'm like, yeah, that's New York lingo. And it's really, and what's funny is I don't know how far your region stretches, Ani, but if I go 2 hours south, completely different dialect. I can't follow a conversation.
Well, no, we're actually lucky on the West Coast. I mean, you got Washington, you got Oregon, you got California. And we basically, I mean, I'm a California transplant, to Washington. So I don't share all the values, but basically I mean, I don't speak all the language, but California, Washington, and Oregon all understand each other.
Oh, wow. No, not that here. Oh,
Yeah,
you go to Boston, and
yeah,
Boston's 6 hours away. They're in their own little world over there. Love
yeah,
you guys, but you're in your own little world. Same thing with Jersey.
yeah,
Jersey has their own lingo. One of the things
yeah.
that's common here in the States, in the East Coast, only Northeast, it's disgusting. I'm gonna share this with you. We love, and not me, we love dropping the subject line off of a sentence and ending on a predicate. For instance, want to come with?
Jeez.
It's disgusting. It started in
That's
Jersey.
Buffy, isn't it?
It's disgusting. It's disgusting. Want
Well,
to
you
come
see,
with?
and the thing is you've got the East Coasters who are all intense, who are all, I mean,
Oh
especially the
yeah.
New York,
Oh
who are
no.
all intense and like, you do this now,
You do
and
this
here,
now.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
No.
yeah, and then you got us West Coasters who are like, kind of, yeah, dude,
Yeah.
let's lay back and serve.
Oh no, no.
I mean,
And we are
yeah,
very uptight up here. We
yeah,
really are. And it's New England. You get down
yeah.
to PA. No, PAs are really, they are very, very laid back. New
But
York,
you know what? You know
Jersey,
what?
and Massachusetts, we are very uptight. We are
I
really,
need to come and do like a book tour and go around and see
yeah,
all it. That'd be
Yeah.
amazing.
yeah.
The thing is, though, is we still live in a bubble. I mean, I had the
We
privilege.
do.
I had the privilege, and I had the honor of traveling overseas. I went to Saudi Arabia, Cyprus. I even saw Greece, Israel, Egypt, Syria. I went up to Kessup, where the Manjikan clan is. Well, was, we don't know what the Civil War. I mean,
Wow.
that is disgusting. The Civil War. I mean, from what I've read, Kessup didn't really survive as much as it should have. So I have ties to the Middle East because of my army, because of my Armenian side. And then, I'm Scotch, Irish, German, Dutch on the other side. But I had the chance to go outside the U.S., and I really, to this day, believe that, excuse me, I don't want to cough in the mic. I really, to this day, believe that all American children should spend 1 year or at least one semester. Excuse me, hang on 1 second.
I'm hanging on every word. I'm like, yes. No, this is, my aunt lives in Israel.
Right.
And with, she moved there from the States, and she's been living there for 20, 30 years. And completely different, just amazingly different.
It is a different culture, and what I'm saying is students should live in that culture. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I remember coming back from Saudi Arabia, okay, where books were, sections of books were ripped out. You had cassettes that were available on the black market, but if you got them on the real market, they were edited for all the content and stuff. I remember, to this day, when I came back from Saudi Arabia, B. Dalton's still existed at the time. I walked in B. Dalton's and was just floored by how many books there were, the variety of subjects there were, just the whole commercialization of things. And this was from somebody who back in, who before they had left for Saudi Arabia took it for granted.
Yeah, it really, it's different.
I really think that if the diplomats, the students, everybody had a semester where they lived in the culture they were dealing with, they would understand things a lot better. It wouldn't be this knee-jerk reaction. It wouldn't be this, everything that's going on right now. I mean, I'm trying not to bring politics into this because...
it'll be a whole nother 3 hours.
Yeah, I know. So what I'm saying is, if people had been educated or people had seen things from the world's perspective like I did, we wouldn't be having half the problems we're having right now.
It's interesting. I have BBC America here and BBC.
So do I.
I love British television. I love it so much. After being on Doctor Who for that year, I got off of it. I went back to American television, and I love Japanese television. I hate American TV. It is loud. It is fast. One of my favorite shows is British Problems, and the other one is your cooking show, Rosemary. BBC has this gorgeous cooking
Bake Off?
Bake Off. Baked. Baked?
No, it's called Bake Off.
Bake Off. Love it so much. Now, we've done reality TV here, and I'm going to use Chef Gordon Ramsay because he's British, and you know Hell's Kitchen.
Yeah.
And I've watched Hell's Kitchen, but then I went to Bake Off, and it's, oh my God, it's a completely different experience. We are
just slightly.
Oh my God, there's like on Hell's Kitchen, there's food flying and swearing, and there's more beeps than there are words, and it's very, very competitive, very heavy drama. But you get to English television, and that's gone. It's, what have you made? You've made biscuits. First of all.
The biggest drama was when the custard got used.
Yes.
Did you watch that episode? Yeah.
Yes. I spent 3 hours Googling what a biscuit was.
Because a biscuit is not the round thing that's served in the South.
It's a cookie.
It's a cookie. Yeah. But because I have U.S. servers, they wouldn't give that to me. Hence the 3 hour Google biscuit. I get biscuits, like Southern biscuits here, biscuits and gravy. No, that's not a biscuit. And
you should put English biscuit in there.
I did. And like I said, it took me 3 hours to figure out, what is a biscuit? Is it a graham cracker? I figured it out. When I had my babies, I could buy these little Gerber cookies, but they were biscuits. They were Gerber teething biscuits. Or we call them dog biscuits. They're the same thing. Apparently, adults eat them in England. So then began my next search. Oh, where do I get a recipe? I want to make these. You wouldn't happen to have one, would you, Rosemary?
Yeah.
A recipe for these things, and all my servers.
I can send one for you. Yeah, definitely.
I am dying to try these. So then I'm at the store in the cookie aisle. What are the tea biscuits? I see tea biscuits by Nabisco, and I'm like, all right. It's like, it was really, really. We have biscotti. We can get biscotti here in the States, but these are really, really. And I think animal crackers. That's all I could think of. That's about as close as we come to getting your biscuits.
Yeah,
there were all different types of biscuits.
Yeah,
thousands of types of biscuits.
Like,
thousands.
Awesome things. So yeah, I love. It was really different. There's no drama. There's now, it's about the show. It really focuses on the one I really loved was the Baked Alaska. I think that was what they were making. It was the ice cream in the
Baked Alaska.
Yeah. And somebody had taken out the ice cream and left it on the table. And so when one of the chefs went over, his ice cream had been sitting out. So he got enraged. By the way, British enraged, it's beautiful. It's throws it in the trash, walks away. In the States, oh no, there'd be a tantrum, there'd be a showdown. Like I said, drama. And it was very civilized. It was, I love British television. Now, and then I started watching Poirot. My French sucks. Poirot. It was a beautiful show. Again, BBC.
Poirot. Yeah.
Poirot, thank you. And, just It's wonderful. It's very, very.
I've met him, by the way,
Oh.
David Suchet.
Is that really what he sounds like? Is that really?
No, not at all. He's British. Yeah, he's British.
British.
Yeah, he's a great actor, British actor.
Wow. What? Just.
Yeah.
Oh
He's
my
really
God.
nice.
You have to listen to Hugh Laurie one time.
Oh no, Hugh Laurie's astounding.
You hear him play House, and then you hear him speak in his normal tone, and it's like, what?
Yeah.
Is that the same person?
Hugh Laurie went in to do his audition for House, and
Yeah.
when he was done, and first of all, he walked in the room in character, and then he walked out of the room taking the character with him, and the director went, "That was phenomenal. You know, that's a great example of American acting right there." And they had to stop him and say, "Yeah, he's English." And that was not his accent. That's
And such a funny comedian. The fact is that he was, I mean, I used to watch him as a kid. You know, he's a comedian.
See, and that's just it right there. You watched him as a kid. We just heard about him a few years ago at House. And there's a lot. And I remember he was in 101 Dalmatians as one of the robbers. And I didn't even recognize him because he was English in that, and House wasn't. So there's a lot of things happening where, like Stephen Fry, we only know about Stephen Fry now because of the Sherlock movies with Iron Man. Oh, what's his name? Robert Downey Jr. So there's, and again, Sherlock is another one. It's a different kind of humor. It's a different kind of television. It's just so enjoyable. So yeah, you've ruined me for American television because we suck over here.
Well, the thing is in Saudi Arabia, we would get the British television. We didn't like the British humor, but we liked the British television.
See, I get their humor. I love their humor.
I was going to say
Their
about,
humor's drier than ours.
Which is why I love it.
Yeah.
I was going to say about the humor because I write British humor. And one of the nice things I like about this transfer, which I'm going to say is positive, is that you are getting British stuff now over there, both books and with our actors going over, our TV going over, but also we get your American stuff as we have for years, because I was watching Land of the Giants and Lost in Space, and I was watching that again growing up as a kid, so I was getting both. And we have all your American shows as well, and all our British is going over, whether it's, and I think that you do get our sense of humor, or certainly seem to get our sense of humor, but it's quite different as well.
It's drier. It's much drier. It's much more subtle.
Yeah, Ani was wonderful with this. She, when I first met her, she was the one who said, your humor is dry. It is? Is that why I really had a hard time with American humor, because I'm just like, whatever. But then I get over to English and I'm like, oh, they're funny. You guys are funny. And it was Ani who explained, you realize your humor is dry? Oh, is that what's wrong with me? So when I found English television, I never laughed so hard. I love Monty Python.
Oh, Monty Python. Yes.
Like,
Holy Grail.
Oh, yeah. Well, of course, Holy Grail. But I mean, Life of Brian. My favorite moment is when he's conjugating Latin on the wall, Rome sucks. And this Roman comes along and says, what do you think you're doing? That's not how you conjugate a verb. You write it again. Now I want it written 18,000 times around the wall. I'm dying. And the guy's like, all right. So he writes Rome sucks. He was supposed to write it once to get into the club. He writes it 18,000 times by dawn. Rome sucks all over. And then the Roman soldiers go, yeah, that's right. Wait a minute. I love it. I am dying. And I'm just like, oh, love John Cleese.
It reminds me of the time I said Internet Explorer was the bane of my existence, and I accidentally sent it to a few Microsoft employees, and they wrote back and said, "Yeah, it's a bane of our existence too."